Hi guys, welcome to the Eternal Quest Tarot and welcome to today's pick a card reading. Thank you so much for being here and for choosing to watch this video. I really appreciate your presence on my channel. So with this one, we are going back to what I feel like is one of the classic topics that is explored through pick a card readings because I feel like it's wildly popular. It's done by several tarot readers here on YouTube. The same topic is explored, and I feel like it's one of those things that must have been like one of the first few topics that was explored through this medium of tarot and within this format of pick a card readings. But anyways, we are looking at your person's thoughts and feelings. There are two things that I want to mention about each of these readings. One is I want you to feel free to watch this reading regardless of what do you call it, stage your relationship might be in, whether it's a new connection, whether it's an old one, whether it's somebody that you are no longer in a relationship with and you're wondering, what they're thinking, what they're feeling at this time. So feel free to watch this reading regardless of that. I'm intending to keep the message resonant and messages resonant and applicable to your scenario, no matter what it is. The second thing I wanted to say is that keep in mind that with each of these readings, I'm only going to focus on your person's thoughts and feelings. There is no additional sort of exploration that sometimes kind of feels warranted, but I really did a good job, I feel like, restricting myself within the reading and clearly and solely focusing on your person's thoughts and feelings. So we draw a bunch of tarot cards, a bunch of oracle cards, and yes, I'm filming this intro after having done each of these readings, so which is why I can speak about it and kind of give you a heads up about what happens. So I'm not focusing on any other sort of related questions. For example, what are their future intentions? What is the future of this connection? Or even advice for you. I've kind of to keep the time that I spend with each of these readings relatively short, although they are well above the 30-minute mark. Or between 30 to 40 minutes, I would say, 45 minutes, I would say. So to restrict myself in terms of the length of the reading and also to keep the focus clean and simple, I'm just looking at your person's thoughts and feelings with each of these readings, okay? So for the pile selection, let's move on to the pile selection. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you get a closer look at the crystals and the card. And if you already know right now, just by looking at the cards or the crystals, which pile is calling your name and drawing your attention, just go to the timestamps in the description box and that will take you to your reading. But for those of you that want a little bit more info, let's get on with it, shall we? So the first pile, we have the honey calcite crystal with the cat card. And the keywords are speak your truth. It says have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. So that is for pile 1. For pile 2, excuse me, I have this blue calcite crystal. I know it's like, I think in the viewfinder as I'm looking at it, it looks like white and grayish, but it's a very light blue, if you will, or yeah, blue. It isn't indigo. Anyway, I digress. With this card, the deer, the keyword is trust, and the words are approach the situation with a light heart. So that's for pile 2. For pile 3, I have this golden sparkly pyrite crystal with the Veil card. Whoops, sorry about that. That was a loud noise. I apologize. I dropped the crystal and it went and hit my camera tripod stand. So that's with the Veil, and the keywords are tenderness, and it says show compassion and forgive what needs to be forgiven. So that is for pile 3. So pause the video if you do need some more time to meditate on either the crystals or the cards and to make your decision. Once you're ready, timestamps are in the description box as always, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi Pile 1, so if you chose the honey calcite crystal with this card, the cat, and the words are speak your truth, it says have strength, faith and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. So I'm looking at this card, and maybe, you know, through this connection, you might be the one that's learning to have more faith, that is being encouraged by the circumstances in your connection to use your authenticity, your voice, and just celebrate yourself. Like, look at this image. Like, this is giving me Empress vibes, you know. Maybe you have been learning to do that in the past, and you have acquired this new ability to be more assertive with your with who you are and just presenting your truth, or maybe your person is being called to do that at this time. We'll see how this card connects with the rest of your cards. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll take a look into that, but we're going to go straight into what are their current thoughts and feelings. And I recently learned that there are some like rules about posting on YouTube. So I might have to cover a few cards that have certain elements in them that are not allowed on YouTube. So I might have to shuffle off camera, but yeah, that's how it has to be, because in this tarot deck, if I remember correctly, there are a few cards that do have, you know, nude images, so to speak. So anyways, what are your person's current thoughts and feelings towards you and towards this connection? You're starting with the reversed Eight of Swords. What are their thoughts and feelings about this connection? Then we have the Knight of Coins. Knight of Coins is a very slow moving connection, so you might not be seeing a lot of action towards you. Maybe they are, you know, maybe things are at a standstill, as the Knight is with this Knight of Coins image. And maybe it's getting harder for you to get a read on this person. We have the Six of Coins. In relationship and love reading, Six of Coins can talk about imbalance sometimes. So unequal give and take, or feeling of one person doing a lot more and the other person not doing so much, or not being like as invested into the connection as one person feels. We also have the Six of Cups. Okay, this could be somebody that you have had a connection in the past, and it's also possible that you guys are no contact right now. But Six of Cups, not Sweet of Cups. I was going to say Six of Cups has a very sweet, nostalgic energy around it. There are a lot of memories, and I feel like if you are in no contact with this person, then certainly you are on their minds, okay? Because all of you could be coming from different situations. If there is no history as such, then the Six of Cups talks about a very innocent kind of a connection, very childlike, not childish, that's different, but very pure feelings. I feel like a very pure sense of connection to each other. We also have the Nine of Wands. Okay. So I'm kind of getting the feeling, regardless of what you have been through with this person, or whether this is a new connection and it's only somebody that you are crushing on right now, you know, and there's not a lot of history. I am getting that this person has some reservations when it comes to this relationship, and one of the things that is coming up is the reversed Eight of Swords. In its upright position, the Eight of Swords talks about our limiting beliefs, like feeling that there are certain things, or the perception
that there are certain things that could be either are problematic in this relationship, or feeling blocked in a certain way. With the Eight of Swords coming up as in reverse, it's actually kind of hopeful, because I feel like this person might be going through the process in their minds where they're actually seeing the fault in their ways of thinking, okay? It doesn't feel like the process is complete as yet, because we still have the Knight of Coins energy. By the way, the Knight of Coins is also very careful knight, okay? One of the things that I notice about the Knight of Coins right away, no matter like what the rendition is, usually he is heavily armored. So he or she, of course, this is not about, the actual gender of the person, just talking about the archetype, but your person might be feeling the need to be very careful, okay, and the need to protect themselves. And I don't think that these feelings of their perceived, threat in giving themselves and applying themselves as much as you would have liked, or they would have liked, in keeping the balance in this connection going. I don't think that those fears are coming necessarily from their experiences in this connection. It could be from the past. The Nine of Wands is a defensive sort of energy, and it's typically wounded. Like, look at the person that's keeping guard, so to speak, in this card, and they're wounded, they have a bandage around their head. So they might be feeling quite guarded when it comes to, again, basically like giving themselves as much as they would have liked to. It's also possible that they perceive this imbalance, or they feel like there is not equal give and take, or with this energy coming up an upright position, which I feel like it should have been upside down, but even if we entertain it for a second, being in the upright position, your person might feel that right now things as they are pretty balanced. Like, to them, this might be completely okay. This might be the right pace, so to speak, to do things, okay? The Six of Cups also talks about like wounding coming from our childhood. So think attachment wounds, which by the way have a very big impact on our ability to function in relationships. So the Six of Cups can talk about unresolved childhood trauma. And again, depending on how deeply you are into this connection, and how deep you are into it, and how much energy exchange has been between you and this person, you might know or not know of this, but there's something that I'm getting which makes them reflect on either past relationship or their relationships in their childhood, okay? Which can lead to attachment wounds, which can lead to attachment issues, and it can lead to problems in the present moment. So let's clarify each of these energies. Oops. Shuffle off camera. I need to remind myself to do that now, since I was made aware of other tarot readers here on YouTube following that norm. But yeah, it is what it is. Gotta keep these readings coming. If I want to be up here for a long time, I need to follow the rules. We have the Eight of Cups energy. What is the Knight of Cups for pile one's person's thoughts and feelings towards pile one? We have the Knight of Wands, clarifying the Knight of Coins. Okay, interesting. What is the Six of Cups energy for pile one's person? What's the Six of Cups energy? We have the Six of Coins energy, clarified by the King of Cups. Okay. Very complex energy for your person. With the King of Cups, I'm certainly sensing that this person has some really deep feelings when it comes to you, okay? But the King of Cups can sometimes find it challenging to outwardly express or talk about their feelings. They might just be, what I was getting initially with your Knight of Coins, that this person, and the Six of Coins, that this person might be viewing this connection as being in balance, and like everything is hunky-dory, everything is fine. So maybe, there are these deep feelings, but certainly there is a hesitation, I feel like, with the King of Cups energy to share those feelings, okay? And we have the Knight of Cups with the Six of Cups. Yeah, a lot of romantic feelings, a lot of like desire, feeling love towards you. Knight of Cups can be very romantic, and with that clarifying the Six of Cups, I feel like there is that innocent, childlike quality to this connection, and if you feel it, know that they feel it too. Okay, certainly feel it too. Then with the for the Nine of Wands, we have the Hermit energy. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have we have the Five of Coins. With the Eight of Cups coming up as a clarifying card for the Eight of Swords energy, I was getting that this could be, for some of you, maybe this person has abandoned the connection. Maybe you're not talking to them right now. Maybe they have left the scene, so to speak. Okay, as we're seeing here, a person walking away from Eight Cups. And typically what this talks about is not feeling emotionally fulfilled. So we are leaving behind a situation where to us it was not as emotionally fulfilling as we would have liked to be. But what Spirit is showing us here, that this might not be the objective reality, in the sense that, when you look at this connection, you might have a different kind of memory of it, and maybe you felt fulfilled, maybe you wanted this connection to work. This is for those of you that, are in no contact right now. So maybe your imprint, the emotional imprint this person left on you, might look different, but it's also coming from their limiting beliefs, I feel like. And they are getting resolved because the rest of the cards are pretty much very positive. Like I said, with the King of Cups energy, I'm sensing like this person has very deep emotions, okay, and they are quite emotionally intelligent. I mean, the King of Cups is a master of his emotional body, of his emotional self, ability to not only like recognize feelings for what they are, but also being able to manage them and use them as the situation arises, if that makes sense. With the Knight of Cups, again, that's a very romantic energy, and having memories. So they do think of you, okay? They do think of you very fondly, but and even in no contact, situations that are in contact, and this is an ongoing connection, I feel because of this Nine of Wands, the wounded energy and the defensiveness that they feel, the need they feel to protect themselves from, the energy of this connection, from your energy, or even with the idea of falling in love, because I feel like this person is still on a very inward focused journey. Okay, there are a lot of lessons I'm getting that this person might be learning at this time, and this could be to do with the Eight of Swords coming up in reverse. They are learning to think how to think differently, literally, and step out of that negative naysaying mind, which might make them perceive problems where there are none. Okay, and perceive threats in situations where there are none. So learning to trust, learning to have faith, and that kind of reminds me of this cat energy that you chose. Have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. So maybe this person is learning to step into their power and step into just this place where they're able to trust a connection, trust other people, because the Nine of Wands can talk about trust issues. And so even if you are on in an ongoing connection with this person, it's possible that you find it very difficult to get a read on them, or try or understand their words and their actions, or the gestures that they put forth. And I feel like this person finds it very challenging to really express how they feel, even though the underneath layer of that reality within them, that is their inner reality, is that there are a lot of feelings, there are a lot of pleasant associations when it comes to this relationship, when it comes to you. But it's like this person really is holding themselves back. Okay, I want to clarify further. Should I get another tarot deck? Yeah, we'll get another tarot deck to clarify some of these energies. So I want to look more closely at this combo, the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. What is the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups energy? I want to know like what the larger context of these mental challenges might be, or the perceived being stuck, like your person perceives that they're stuck right now and can't move. And I know the Morgan Greer tarot does have certain images that are not allowed in the YouTube format. So anyways, to clarify that, we have the Five of Swords energy. Yeah, so this might be coming from this person's past experiences, okay? Either in this relationship or with another person. So let's say you are in no contact and this is someone from your past, an ex-lover, spouse, or what have you. I feel like what really weighs on their minds right now is the conflicts that you have been through, okay? There's a lot of regret. By the way, that's coming from the Five of Swords energy, or these conflicting situations. I feel like your person, even though, the Five of Swords is like fighting a losing battle. Like no matter what the outcome of that battle is, there's always feeling of having lost something that is important to you, and not really feeling like a winner, and also learning a lot of lessons that come through from being in a conflicting situation such as this. So it could be coming from the past conflict. If you don't have a lot of history with this person, it's like it's speaking about conflicts that they have been, conflicts that they have been in the past with other partners, with other romantic connections, okay? And sort of being scared of history repeating itself, if that makes sense. And this must be a relationship that has impacted them. Like if you know that in their past they had problems in other relationships, so it might be something that has really impacted them. And that's what I feel like is giving this Eight of Cups energy, like this wondering whether they want to work on this relationship or not, or whether it would be easier if they just walked away from it. So I'm kind of getting that, but as I said previously, this seems to be shifting, okay, with your person, but we'll see. Let me clarify. The Knight of Wands, yeah, that was a surprising card pull, clarifying the Knight of Coins energy. And I mean, literally, when it comes to the speed at which these knights move, they are very different. And the Knight of Wands, first of all, it can talk about somebody who is very dynamic, very attractive. So objectively, subjectively, this person might be very attractive to you, drawing a lot of attention. But there's something like very, what do you call it? Oh my God, I can't think of a word. Like where you cannot depend on the knight so much. So yeah, and I'm noticing how these knights are facing in opposite directions. So it's kind of like the duality. Like, do I keep progressing or do I just like leave the connection is coming through? But let's get some more. What's the Knight of Wands energy? I feel like this person remains confused, and I'm strongly getting the vibe of this has nothing to do, their confusion has nothing to do with this connection, okay? So we have the Six of Swords energy. Yeah, it's the same thing as I said, feeling confused. Like, should I just cut my losses? Depending on, again, this will be different for each one of you watching this reading. Again, depending on like how deep you have been in this connection, how much energy exchange there has been between you and this other person. So there's this feeling that this person has this, like I said, the push and pull. Should I just move on? Should I leave things behind? Or should I, move into this connection at full speed, or whatever speed the Knight of Coins can manage. Be careful and yet keep progressing. Another message that I'm getting is that with the Six of Swords energy, maybe this person is coming out of a difficult situation. Maybe they have gone through like major life changes, and maybe they view this connection as arriving at a new horizon, like leaving things behind, things that were not working previously. And so there is a sadness element to the Six of Swords, because we are leaving the past behind, but we are still kind of like in a way affected by the past, still have memories and thoughts about it. So it's that transition, is what I'm trying to say, like still transitioning. The boat is still on water. It's not really hit the shore, so to speak. So whichever of those messages resonates with you is meant for you. After all, you're watching a general reading, so that is how they work. Let's get the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups energy. What's the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups energy? And I want to come back to clarifying this as well, I feel like. But let's go to the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups energy. We have the Six of Cups again. Let's get one more. With this Six of Cups, like this rendition of the Six of Cups, I really get those vibes of, you know, this being, there's a childlike innocence surrounding both of you, and in a way that you speak with each other. You know, something to do with their childhood is also what I'm getting. So think attachment wounds, think triggers that might trigger that. We have the Four of Wands, look at that. So overall, a very good energy surrounding the Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups. This person really does feel, and this is a genuine feeling, that you could be it. You know, you could be it for this person's long-term future partner. Like Four of Wands is an energy of security, stability. So there is, you know, maybe because of the quality of this connection, and maybe, you know, the energy exchange and what they feel when they are with you, I'm getting they might really feel like very safe, secure, and like very hopeful about building something out of this connection. So it's a really, really positive vibe. Now let's clarify the Six of Coins and the King of Cups. This is the Six of Coins and the King of Cups energy. So I feel like shifting and being in transition is the right word for this energy. We have the Knight of Swords. Let's get one more. What's the Six of Cups and the King of Cups energy? I almost feel like this person, the way they act in this connection, it might almost come across as like very callous, and like almost callous, and like pretending like they don't care, like it's an outer persona, and almost like, you know, that you can never tell with this person how invested they are into this connection. They absolutely are. They have feelings, but like I said, with the King of Cups, I was getting, you know, like the king is trying to hide something. Like, look at that, hiding something behind that robe, that majestic robe that the king is wearing. So definitely, like, this person is trying to outwardly, I feel like, act in a way that doesn't make sense. We also have the reversed Knight of Swords coming up. Yeah, so I feel like these are different aspects of this personality, your person's personality, and this might be very challenging for you to deal with. Like I said, coming across like really non-committal and very callous. Maybe sometimes they have said things that have bothered you or kind of made you question the validity of your own feelings. Maybe even made you feel, as the Five of Coins says, you know, really shut out. Okay. Let's take a look at the Nine of Wands and the Hermit energy. What's the Nine of Wands and the Hermit energy for one's person? But underneath it all, like no matter how this person is acting, I feel like they are shifting and changing. Okay, we have the Lovers card, and I will need to use my post-it for this one. There we go. Okay, so we have the Lover's energy. Yeah, I almost feel like it's, it's the classic case of when we feel very fearful or resistant towards a connection just because of the fact that this connection feels so damn good and like it's an intense connection with you, okay? The Lovers is kind of acknowledging that this might be a soulmate or a twin flame for some of you, which, by the way, I am very informed by Dr. Brian Weiss's teaching. I don't know if you have heard of other definitions of twin flames and soulmates, but to me, those are typically the kind of connections that come into our life to really help us evolve our soul, help our soul grow and go to sort of the next level of consciousness. Bottom of the deck, I'm noticing Ace of Swords. So I really, truly do feel like this person, we also have the Sun in reverse. And even the Sun being in reverse, we also have the Queen of Cups, okay, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. Oh, look at that, so many shuffles. I feel like this person might be bringing out like different sides to you as well, or they might see you like a very well balanced like combination of these three queens. The only ones that missing is the Queen of Wands, but regardless of that, like the Queen of Cups, somebody again who matches the King of Cups in her emotional intelligence, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, somebody who knows their worth. I feel like, if they're stepping into their power, they are learning a lot from you. But coming back to the Sun card, as I was saying, even in its upright position or, when it's reversed, the Sun is still a very happy card. And we have a couple here that's looking at each other, feeling a lot of happiness. Sometimes with the reversed Sun card, it might talk about a delay in realization of the beauty and the simple, like majestic, like how majestic this connection is and how happy it makes them feel. But I kind of feel like your person is evolving and changing. You know what I mean? Like if you were to ask me, would it be a good idea to give up now on this connection? I would say no. And I would say hang on to it. That's what I'm leaning towards. Of course, like the choice is yours. And it's always going to be your choice. And it depends on like how ready you feel when it comes to like having a committed relationship. But I kind of feel like this relationship is at a stage of where you are evolving. It's getting better and better as time passes. And again, like I said, with the Lover's energy, I feel like you are learning a lot of lessons through this relationship as well. So I'm leaning towards like, have the faith. And again, going with the card that you chose for your pal selection, I'm getting a really good feeling about this person. Yes, they're struggling. Yes, there are certain things that they are having to work out, but I can really see that this person is working on that. You know what I mean? And like there's hope for this connection. That's a strong feeling that I'm getting. But let's look at your oracle cards. What is your person feeling towards you? What are they thinking at this moment? How is your person thinking and feeling? Okay. We have beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. This is what I mean with the Lover's energy. I'm going to put this card right on top of the Lovers. And it being either a soulmate or twin flame connection, there might be some mirroring going on, okay, where you might look at their uncertainty towards you and in this connection, or you might look at their wounding or the way they're acting and sort of connecting to that. And it might be talking about the ways that you might remain detached, or you might, have to work on your woundings, so to speak. Okay, so really pay attention to how you feel moment to moment going through this connection. Spirit is really saying that there's a lot to unpack, and there's a lot to learn through this connection for you as well, for them as well, and also for you. So I feel like both of you are on a journey of soul evolution and, raising your consciousnesses. Which, by the way, I don't know if that's the plural of consciousness, or even if there is a plural, I might be absolutely wrong. Then we have the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace the impossibility. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. Again, word on faith. And I feel like this is the struggle that they are feeling right now, leaving the past behind, whether it's a past that relates to this relationship, or it's, their past in general, whether it's like another connection, other relationships, or even their childhood experiences, which I'm getting for some of you. I'm sorry, I need to get a sip of water. Oh my God, let me put those right back. I do take jumper cards, but not when I drop them, drop a whole bunch of them like I did right now. So what is the energy of a person? We have freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Yeah, so there is a lot of like autonomy that you both, I feel, are learning through this connection. It's literally, when I see this card, it's literally like Spirit saying that it's up to you. Like I said, it's always going to be, of course, your choice whether you want to keep the patience and keep working on manifesting this connection. But I think that it would be a worthwhile thing for you to do right now, because, as I said, there are a few things within your energy as well that you're healing through this connection that is going to align you for the kind of love that you're wanting to manifest, or any kind of manifestations. Okay, and it could very well be, like, I sincerely feel like this relationship has a solid shot, like it really has a good chance of getting over these challenges that you both are facing right now, that you both might be struggling with. But this really does, freedom speaks to me of that autonomy, of that choice of how much you want to be still working towards this connection, and that will tell you how much you want to be working on yourself. Because, as I said, there is this whole energy of having to really take an honest look at yourself and really get in touch with your own authentic self through your experiences with this person, and work on your healing as well. Okay, let's get some more. Another oracle deck. Which one do I want to choose? Okay, so, whoops. How is your person feeling towards you? Pile 1. We have soul tie. I always feel connected to you. That's the lover's energy. Okay, so as I said, this connection feels very intense to them, as intense as probably it feels to you. The feeling is mutual, and I feel like, that is what is keeping this person not only connected to you in the 5D, maybe, if this is no contact and there's no connection. I kind of have a feeling that they're going to make a comeback, they're going to circle back to it, because I don't feel like they will be able to shake this feeling off, feeling connected to you always. So that's beautiful to see, and if you feel that, know that it is mutual. It's not done yet. Like, I feel like the story is not done yet. There's so much more to see. We have reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. This is the 6 of Cups energy, thinking about you. So, especially for those of you that are in no contact right now, yes, your person thinks about you all the time, I feel like. And that comfort level, like, look at these two people. We also have the reunion energy. We will always come back to each other. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, so not being able to shake that connection that they feel to you. And yeah, look at this couple, like, you know, in their old age, which sometimes people say that it's you know, take two on our childhood. There's that innocence and there's happiness, you know, really feeling like very comfortable in each other's presence. But yeah, for those of you that are wondering for no contact situation, there you go, reunion. I really feel like this person is going to come back in circle and revisit this connection. And if you're manifesting that actively, I would say keep going. Keep going, pile one. We also have missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have, so having regrets. This is the Five of Swords energy. So for some of you, that might be the hesitation, wondering, like, you know, if they even can come back, like if you're still available, and if you will still entertain them, you know. But definitely feeling a lot of regret over losing you is what I'm getting. We also have inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance. Yeah, very much like no contact energy is coming through for this pile, which again, like, might or might not be true. You'll have to apply these messages as, you know, they resonate to your particular situation. But yeah, I hope this reading has been helpful for you, pile one. I certainly do. Again, reiterating what I said, I do think that there's a lot of hope for this connection. It might have been quite a topsy-turvy sort of a journey, but I do think that it's worth hanging on to and taking the opportunity to learn your own lessons and reflect on your own energy through your experience alongside with this person. I feel like that is what is going to bring you even closer in understanding each other and enhancing that empathy. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for being here, pile one. If this reading helped you in any way, big or small, consider leaving this video a like and consider subscribing so that you can come back to any of the future readings that you might be interested in. And yeah, hopefully I will connect with you at a future date and in a future reading. Thank you again, pile one. Bye. Hi, pile two. So if you chose this, what is it called? The blue calcite. Sorry, I completely blanked out on the name. The blue calcite crystal, and this card with the deer on it, and the keyword is trust. It says, approach the situation with the light heart. This is your reading. You're going to see how the energy of this card connects to the rest of the messages. Sometimes it does connect, but sometimes it doesn't. We'll see what happens. So trust is making me think, like, maybe, and you know, approaching the situation with the light heart, maybe you're being encouraged in this connection, or maybe the other person that you're watching this reading for is encouraged to have a little bit of trust in the connection and trust their feelings, trust their intuition, and keep going, so to speak, in this relationship. But like I said, we'll see how that connects. Let's get started with your reading. And with the tarot deck and my shuffling, I'll have to do it off camera because I was recently made aware by watching a few of other YouTubers about certain rules that YouTube has for its content, and decks that have cards that have any kind of nudity is a big no-no. And if I intend to do this for a long time, I'll just have to do it this way. So yeah, let's get a look into your person's thoughts and feelings. As I said, feel free to watch this reading no matter what stage your relationship might be in. Keep in mind that these are general readings, so not everything will resonate, but most of it should. And that's how you will know if you're in the right pile. So we are starting with the King of Coins. Okay. What are your person's thoughts and feelings right now? towards you. And by right now, I mean whenever you're watching this reading. All my readings are meant to be timeless, so don't worry about checking the upload date. We also have the Tower. Possibly could have been a breakup between the two of you. Okay, maybe. We'll see. The Tower can also be about release and also about realization. So the rest of the cards will tell us the rest of the story. What is your person thinking and feeling right now towards you? Pile 2. We have the reversed Page of Swords. So feeling blocked about communication is what I'm getting. This very well could be somebody that you have broken off with and you're not in contact with, and there is no communication. If that is not resonating, and if it is an ongoing connection, there still seems to be certain, blockages within your person when it comes to communication. We also have the Five of Coins. Yeah, the Five of Coins can talk about abandonment, abandoning the connection, or making you feel shut out. Again, communication issues are coming up very big right now. What are your person's thoughts and feelings? Let's draw one more card. We also have the Eight of Cups. Yeah. So the Tower, the Eight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles energy, they're all making me feel like this might be a connection where the person has chosen to walk away, put some distance between the two of you, maybe not feeling as emotionally fulfilled in this relationship as we would have liked to see, okay? But even if this is an ongoing connection, like I said, this reverse Page of Swords, because pages are all about communication. So is the Suit of Swords, which is about thoughts and communication. If you hear any background noises, by the way, that's just my dog getting comfortable around us as we do your reading. So this could be, them feeling really blocked, like not being able to talk about their feelings. With the King of Pentacles energy, I do want some more clarification to take a look at what this is talking about, but this seems to be the archetype of King of Coins. It's a very practical person, okay? So there might be certain practical issues or blockages that they see between the two of you, okay? The Tower could be, if this is not a breakup and if you're in a relationship, it might be speaking about the need to release, the need to let go, not of this connection, but of certain, say, belief systems, certain patterns to make this relationship work. And they might be coming to that realization or might have recently realized what needs to be let go of. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards. I feel like this spread really needs the contextual energies here. So what is the King of Coins for pile 2's person? What is the King of Coins? We have the Six of Swords. Okay. The King of Coins, you could be watching this reading for a spouse, okay, an ex-spouse, an ex-partner. To clarify the Tower, we have the Two of Wands. What is the Page of Swords energy? Reverse Page of Swords energy. We have Strength. Okay. I feel like this person at this point of time might be trying to put up a very stoic, unbothered, sort of outside appearance. And for whatever reason, they're really struggling to hold themselves back when it comes to talking with you, communicating with you. But at the same time, they're finding it really difficult to keep quiet. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. It's almost like this person has a little bit of like observing what's going on between the two of you, that kind of energy, observing the circumstances that are changing or might have changed. With the Tower energy and the Two of Wands clarifying, I do feel like the more I look at it, I do feel like something has happened, either in your life, your person's life, or this connection breaking, okay, which has kind of put them thinking about the future. Like, I feel like they're really in that contemplation kind of a mode, wondering what the future holds for the two of you, okay? But at the same time, I feel like they're not talking about these things. They're not really, you know, even if this is like them realizing something, which the King of Coins clarified by the Six of Swords, I feel like there is the energy of this person like really struggling with a decision of whether like it would be best to leave this connection behind. Okay, we also have the Eight of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, like almost like because of what has transpired between you and this person, it might have made them feel like maybe this connection does not have a long-term future, so to speak. And I'm really sorry if this is particularly difficult to hear. Of course, it is like a painful situation to be in where your person is feeling this way. And by the way, if this is not resonating, then feel free to choose another pile. But it's almost like there's this heavy energy of this person either post breakup or coming to this realization and wondering, you know, where do we go next from this Tower moment that we have had? What happens next? What should be the right thing to do? It's almost like thinking and planning, okay? But not knowing as yet what the next path would be. What is the Five of Coins energy? So being in two minds is what I'm getting. And the Strength is also making me feel like they have not really given up on this connection. It's like a part of them wants to hold on to it, but they're not communicating really as to what those concerns might be. The Five of Coins is, Five of Pentacles clarified by the Magician. I feel like this person is still in the process of like feeling confident enough to allow this connection to get deeper or to come back into their life again, depending on what's going on in your relationship. But I feel like they might not be feeling as ready or confident to handle the, you know, it's almost like allowing the floodgates to fly open and allow for your presence, your energy, the energy of love, the energy of this connection, and remaining like open to it and welcoming it. And I feel like they might also be like busy in their life, in the sense like their energies might be concentrated somewhere else, because I'm really getting like this Magician is in the middle of like working a spell or doing something with his energy. So there might be other things that this person is trying to work through, maybe their career goals or what have you. It could be different for each one of you. And so they might view this connection as something that will hinder that process almost, okay? For some of you, I'm also getting that if this is no contact, especially, and there has been a breakup and this person has left the situation, they might be in that place where they are trying to like manifest you back into their life, okay? Somehow make things change, make the circumstances go away, and this feeling of like feeling shut out. You might be the one as well, pile 2, that has decided to like walk away from the situation because of communication issues or something this person holding back from you, okay? So they might be feeling shut out and they might be wanting to manifest a change, a really complicated energy. And this was like the same story with pile 1's reading, where it was really complicated feelings coming through. But it is what it is. We'll see. What is the Eight of Cups energy for pile 2? What's the Eight of Cups energy? We have the Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so definitely I feel like there is something that this person is wanting to communicate. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lover's card, and I need to bring in my post-it and cover parts of this this card. Bear with me. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So with the Lover's energy coming up and, you know, sort of being the bottom of the deck energy, which how I look at it is kind of summarizes the entire spread for me, kind of gives me the larger context within which to interpret the cards. If you've watched my readings before, you might already know this. But the Lover speaks of a very intense connection with someone. Okay, so this person certainly still has feelings for you, even though they might be doing I don't know why, but they're trying to hold themselves back. It's almost like, you know, the lion in this card, in this strength card, it represents our instincts, our desires, and it's almost like this person views themselves as stronger or more in control, more in charge, by not speaking and by hiding their emotions, or not acting on these feelings. So there's literally I'm getting the energy of suppression, suppressing it. But it's interesting, as we see, you know, going from left and right in your spread, I certainly feel like there's still desire, they're still wanting to communicate with you. And with the fish jumping out of the Page of Cups, this cup, I feel like this person has realized certain things, certain new things about this connection, which could be very much a nod to the Tower energy, which is, you know, coming to new realizations and stuff like that. So there are these new feelings, fresher perspectives, maybe realizing that they still have feelings for you. I like how this Page of Cups is standing with a note, a scroll almost, which have words on it. So I feel like there's a desire to reach out, to rekindle the connection, even if, regardless of who has done the walking away, especially if you have done the walking away in this relationship, then this Strength energy and the reverse Page of Swords, communication being blocked, that makes sense. And that, you know, makes sense to me in a way why this person would feel hesitant, why they would still feel blocked in taking those steps. Okay, so let me clarify a few of the cards here. Actually, all the cards. I want to clarify this King of Coins and the Six of Swords energy. So I'm bringing in another tarot deck for clarification, and with this one too, unfortunately, I'll have to shuffle off camera. What is the King of Coins and the Six of Swords energy here? Pile 2's person's thoughts and feelings. Okay, Six of Swords being clarified by the Six of Swords. That's helpful, Spirit. I'm going to draw another card. That's very funny. Okay, this came up, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about desiring some sort of a fresh new beginning with you, okay? I'm really getting that energy that this person does desire to come back, does desire to reopen that door, as I said, and make an offer, make a solid offer. Maybe in the past this was not a part of your relationship, where things were hazy, confusing between the two of you. The situation itself might have been complicated because that would explain, you know, the Five of Coins, the Eight of Cups, and also the Six of Swords, and why this person, the King of Pentacles, being very level-headed, practical. I can certainly see how that might have bothered the person who has the King of Pentacles energy. So this is a new beginning, but with the Ace of Pentacles, typically the kind of new beginning it talks about, it usually pushes us out of our comfort zone. So there has to be like a willingness to leave our comfort zone, which is where sometimes the beginnings with Ace of Pentacles are manifested in a far more slower way, also coming from the suit of Pentacles, which is the earth energy. So earth energy within the tarot, it typically moves like really slowly, but I do feel like this person now has the desire to offer you something, like offer you something solid, whatever that would look like for each one of you watching this reading. Okay, a desire to do something about it, I'm getting. Let's clarify the Tower and the Two of Wands energy. What's the Tower and the Two of Wands energy? What is the Tower and the Two of Wands energy? We have the Ace of Cups again with the Ace. Look at that. So they're certainly in their fields, as they say, when it comes to you and when it comes to this connection. Ace of Cups, like, you know, we have an overflowing cup. Like this person is feeling a lot. There's a lot of beautiful symbology. There's this bird that is just waiting to take flight, so taking some kind of action based on their feelings. We also have the lotus, which is a symbol of transformation. I feel like their feelings have changed, okay, in the sense that they have become now more pro towards you rather than feeling more blocked. It's almost like this person, if they have been blocked in the past and now looking at themselves, maybe they have even gone through certain transformation, and they are like recognizing that they cannot ignore any longer how they feel towards you. So certainly things are changing and evolving, like transforming is the word here, I want to say. What's the reverse Page of Swords and the Strength card? What's the reverse Page of Swords and the Strength card? Look at that. The Tower. So I feel like the communication blockage could be around this Tower moment that you had, or them not feeling comfortable to, say, approach you or talk to you about whatever this Tower moments denotes. Okay, like I said, it could be certain going through some big changes within this relationship, or a breakup that they have had with somebody else, or with you, or new realizations, or things changing in your life. Anything that has caught you, I feel like, off guard. I feel like this person doesn't feel comfortable to come up to you and really like have a real conversation about it. I'm getting one more card because we already had the Tower energy. So what is the reversed Page of Swords and the Strength energy for whose person? We have the Six of Cups. Look at that. So like I said, they're definitely in their fields. They have not forgotten about you. They have not forgotten about the beautiful connection that you had with them. The Six of Cups can be very sweet nostalgia, like having memories, thinking about you, going over the details of this connection, and also like how comfortable you made them feel. There's a lot of like childlike, not childish, mind you, childlike innocence to a connection. And I feel like that's how they felt with you, like where they felt like you were really their friend. You felt very connected to them and they felt very connected to you. Okay, so it's certainly affecting them, whatever has transpired and whatever this Tower moment denotes for the two of you, and it has certainly not left their minds. That much is fairly obvious. So what is the Five of Coins and the Magician energy? What's the Five of Coins and the Magician energy here? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so like I said, what I was getting in the first portion of, like, with your first spread, I do feel like this person is actively working on manifesting you, okay, or manifesting an opportunity to make their move. With the Knight of Pentacles, again, it's a slow moving energy, so they might be like really slow in understanding any opportunities that might have even like presented themselves in the past to do exactly this, like reopen the door and reconnect with you. They might be a little slow, I'm getting, in understanding what that is. And the Knight of Pentacles, what I always notice about this Knight is the slow movement with the Knight of Pentacles, or the slow progress that this Knight makes, is typically coming from a place of fear, because we have a lot of heavy armor on this. This Knight is wearing a lot of heavy armor and feeling quite protective towards their own energy, if that makes sense. Okay. So again, this is a slow-moving person. Like, also with the Knight, there's a need with this Knight to really know the consequences of their action and like overthink and plan out, and like this Knight wouldn't move forward until he or she feels completely assured, you know, that kind of an energy. So it still might be something that they are working on. Like, they definitely have a desire to move forward, but this is again like wait and watch, wait for the circumstances to change. Okay, what is going on with your person? Seriously. What is the Eight of Cups and Page of Cups energy here? What is the Eight of Cups and the Page of Cups energy? We have the Queen of Wands. Let's get one more. Queen of Wands definitely is like feeling attracted to you, you know, desiring you. This is also making me feel like, for some of you, maybe not for all of you, you might have done the walking away from this connection, because this person, I feel like, is just not, you know, stepping up or taking more responsibility or acting in a way that would encourage you. And just the act of you leaving the connection might have, you know how it works, when we give up on something, and literally when we let go of something, or we walk away from something, that's when, you know, we make the other person think more about us, and, you know, they start catching feelings and they want to act on it. So I'm getting that vibe for some of you. But definitely I feel like the realization that this person has had is in realizing how much they are still attracted to you, okay? And still attracted to your energy. I definitely feel like Queen of Wands is your energy, where you might have come across as like really strong, really passionate, and the Queen of Wands can be very attractive to potential partners, okay? So I'm just drawing one more card for the same. We have the Six of Wands. Okay, yeah, I feel like this person, how you made them feel in this connection, or how they, you know, desire to feel overall, is more confident, okay, and sort of match your energy. Like, there's a lack of confidence that is coming through for your person, and I feel like they see that, and they are, with this coming up right, I feel like they're getting closer to making that move, making that approach. I feel like when your person comes back and there is like revisitation of this connection, their energy is going to come back way different than what it was, okay? So certainly there are certain challenges that are present right now, but I do feel like, you know, the energy is evolving and changing within your person, albeit it might be very slow, okay? So you might be waiting, which of course, like, I would never tell you to stick around and wait for a person, but if you do desire to do so, we'll see what the Oracle says, and that might kind of give us a hint, more of a hint as to what to expect. So what is the energy coming from your person towards you, their thoughts and feelings right now? We have this card with twin flames. Look at that. Your passion ignites. So for some of you, this is a twin flame connection, which, by the way, when it comes to, we also have the lovers card here. So it could be soulmate or twin flame type of connection. By the way, you might have heard different definitions of twin flames and soulmate going around. And I have learned that everybody has their own definition. My definition is very much informed by the work of Dr. Brian Weiss. And if you haven't heard of him, I would definitely encourage you to Google him and look his work up. He's worked a lot with past life regression, and how he defines twin flames and soulmates. They are significant connections that step into our lives, both of them, that is, and they're typically here to teach us and to help our soul in its evolution. So generally, through this connection, there's a lot of lesson learning, a lot of hard lessons. They force us to look within ourselves. They force us to heal our own issues. So this connection might be of that type for you as well, okay? And certainly is the case for your person. But definitely a lot of lesson learning, soul lessons learned, just things that make you reflect, think about it. We have a new beginning. Look at that. Like I was saying, this person is definitely desiring a new beginning, manifesting a new beginning for this relationship, okay? And it does look like things are going to turn around with this card coming up. So that's great. No matter what the challenges and what the situation is, I feel like this person also wants to, with this Ace of Pentacles, the what is this? Ace of Cups card, also with the Page of Cups. I feel like they've come to this newer realizations about their feelings and what they want to do in this relationship going forward. Then we have this beautiful card, and it says, when you pass from this world, take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So again, this to me very much speaks of, this understanding of soul connections and realizing that certain people, certain, connections that we have had, they are so important. And this is literally deathbed thinking or thoughts that you have in correlation with your thoughts and feelings about death, and realizing that certain things are important and holding on to them. And I feel like that is what your person is viewing this connection as. Then we also have this one, and it says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. And I feel like this is the energy of manifestation with the Magician here, okay? So you know how they say before you can manifest something in the outside world, in your 3D reality, you have to kind of create those conditions within yourself by giving yourself permission to feel that way. And I feel like with the Magician and wanting to manifest a new beginning with you, excuse me, I need a sip of water. Yeah, so in wanting to manifest this new beginning and manifest this love, this person might be telling that to themselves, okay? Focusing on self-love and allowing themselves to feel the joy of being connected with you. So let's see some more oracle cards to get some insight. How is your person feeling towards you? How to... So yeah, I'm more leaning towards giving this relationship a chance and allowing it to unfold naturally, and at the same time reflecting on what this connection has taught you as well, okay? Of course, this is my opinion based on the energies that I see right now, and it's certainly an advice that you can either take or drop. We have Chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. So with that abandonment here, one of you might be doing the chasing, and chasing is sort of being in that energy where we are feeling the lack, okay? So it could be talking about your person feeling that, or you feeling that, okay? And so there is that vibe of really wanting things to work out and really wanting to connect with, the other person. But if this is an energy that you recognize being present in your situation coming from you, then it's a good invitation to look within and question yourself as to how you view this person. Do you see them as an answer to your love problem, or like filling a void in your life that might already be present? So it's a call for healing, certain healing issues. Now, if you're not the one that's connecting to this chaser energy, then they are certainly feeling that. We also have destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path. Yeah. So we had that in your tarot reading with actually the Two of Wands energy, where this person is unsure as to like what the right path would be. They might be questioning, whether they are meant to be in a connection with you. And destiny also makes me think of like forces beyond our control. So very much the Tower energy. I'm also getting the feeling like, the path that you have walked up until this point with this person, it was all meant to be, almost like for your soul's highest good, even though on the outside it might be a painful situation. We have forgiveness. I'm struggling to get over the past. So they might be struggling to either forgive themselves, they might be seeking your forgiveness, and that might be the blockage, which makes them feel like really stuck in the past. So certainly seeking forgiveness either from themselves or from you. That might make them wonder, will you reject them if they were to make a comeback? We have confusion. I feel unclear where we stand. I definitely felt that, dual energy, so there's some confusion as to the right path, as to the future of this connection. And we also have ego issues. Okay, the Six of Wands can actually talk about ego issues. And I'm glad this card came up because I didn't really catch that vibe when the card came up in your tarot reading. But it could be pride issues and ego issues. And it says, I let my pride get in the way of our connection. So they might be realizing and recognizing that now. And maybe for some of you, they might still be stuck in that place, which is causing them to hold back, as I said, the strength, the energy, and like really suppress their emotions. So like I said, overall, this does look like someone who is still transforming, evolving, and becoming more sure about this connection, how they feel, and there certainly is a desire with this person wanting to manifest this back, but it looks like the journey ahead is going to be challenging. So the ultimate decision of whether you want to hang on to this is of course up to you, but I think like it would be worthwhile to do so, and only because, not that I'm saying like it's going to be this person and like you should give them a chance and like you have to do this, not for them but maybe for you, because I feel like with soulmate and twin flame connections, the nature of those connections is such that the journey that they are on, it might be very reflective of your journey through this connection as well. There are certain things I feel like that you need to look at and work on within yourself as well when it comes to this relationship. And so I would say this, like, as long as it feels right to you, there is no harm in hanging on to this relationship and seeing how it progresses, okay? And how effectively this person is able to bring a transformed energy into the connection, okay? So I certainly hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for your presence here. If this reading helped you in any way, big or small,
consider leaving a like on this video, and also consider subscribing and staying back for more future readings to come. Thank you so much for being here, Pile 2, and hopefully I'll connect with you in one of my other readings. Take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. So this is for those of you that resonated with this golden pyrite, the sparkly pyrite crystal, and this card with the wheel and the keyword being tenderness. It says show compassion and forgive what needs to be forgiven. So this is making me feel like maybe a more tender approach, loving, forgiving, having empathy. That kind of approach might be needed within this connection. That kind of emotion might be relevant. Maybe it is happening right now as you are connecting with this person, but we'll see how the energy of this card fits into the rest of the reading. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, so we'll take a look at what happens as your reading unfolds. But we are looking at your person's thoughts and feelings towards you right now, and by right now I mean whenever you find this reading. All my readings are meant to be timeless, so you needn't worry about the upload date. We are starting with the sun energy. And sorry, I forgot, but I will have to shuffle the decks off camera because of YouTube posting rules with images, certain images on the cards that have nudity in any form. They are certainly not allowed by the posting standards. So if I want to be around here for a long time doing this, I better, keep an eye on those rules as well. So we started with the sun energy, quite off to, positive card, but we'll see how the reading unfolds. Then we also have the 8 of Cups. Okay. How is your person feeling about you right now? What are they thinking? What's the energy for Pile 3's person in the moment? Whoops. We have 8 of Pentacles. What is happening? Anyways, drawing some more cards will certainly help, but this is kind of confusing me, I'll be honest with you. 8 of Cups, 8 of Coins, and the Sun. Then we have the Chariot. Okay. I almost am getting the energy of somebody getting ready to make a comeback. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm catching on to. It's almost like this person, with the Sun energy, as I said, Sun is a very positive, happy card, okay? But we also have the 8 of Cups, which means that there is some kind of walking away, abandoning the connection. And this could be coming from a place where your person does not feel ready or prepared to do what is needed in this relationship, or give you what you desire, give you what you expect, which they might be very well aware of. And right now I feel like they are more focused on working on their lives, on themselves. This is literally somebody trying to put their proverbial ducks in a row. And it's almost like with the Chariot energy, I see progress in the future within this connection. So for now, that's what I'm catching on to. Wow, we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, for your reading, I'm going to need clarifying cards. So let's clarify each of these energies. What is the Sun energy for Pile 3's person? The Chariot is also about, feeling more in balance, having integrated your shadow as well as your light aspects, the positives, the negatives. You have the temperance, okay. Talking about balance, temperance comes up. So this person might not be at this time, I feel like, feeling very confident or feeling like they can do much towards the connection. Okay, now I'm getting it. I almost feel like, there was a lot of positivity in this connection which a person does acknowledge, but there is something within them that really blocks them from truly enjoying it, or from truly, in the real sense, welcoming it, so to speak, into their lives. And it could be that they are otherwise too, like in general, just focused on their lives. This person with the Eight of Pentacles being like the central energy, the center card, working on themselves, maybe building their career, but it could only like talk about them needing to work on their inner environment, their own energy. So it could be finances and career related, but it doesn't really have to be. So I feel like something in this person's mind or their energy like really makes them feel like they are not there yet in terms of the point of time or point of like junction that they want to arrive at in their lives, and they are working hard towards like building themselves up. Okay, I think they want to be here, the Chariot, which is being in control, being in command. It also could be like sorting through certain complex like circumstances and walking away from this connection and holding themselves back from it because they literally could not do anything about it, okay, or cannot do at this time about this situation, okay. Maybe there is another person, but I'm not getting the third party energy very clearly. But the sun can represent children, so it could be about children, like them having children, them having some commitments towards a child or children in their lives. What else am I getting? Okay, I'm going to keep drawing cards as I connect with the energies as well. And Ten of Wands is definitely, feeling very burdened, feeling overwhelmed. And I look at the Ten of Wands, and typically we have somebody that's carrying a whole bunch of wands, essentially, and they're trying to walk with it, but the wands kind of, not in this card so much, they make it difficult for the person to walk. But more often than not, I keep thinking of, the Rider-Waite rendition of the card, where this person doesn't even know where they're going because they're feeling so burdened. It's kind of like just carrying on, but without the clarity or without having a vision, just doing what needs to be done, kind of is what I'm getting here. I hope that, I know I'm being very vague about what I'm seeing here in this spread, and I'm sort of speaking of the energies in the generalistic sort of a way, but I hope that to your situation this is resonating and that you can apply to it. Otherwise you are not in the right pile, I would say. So let's clarify the Eight of Cups energy. We have the Moon card. Okay, so the Moon is all the parts of our unconscious mind, all our unresolved issues, our negative thinking, our fears, our anxieties, doubts, and also, anything that is in our shadow that is affecting us in the moment and affecting us in the area of life that we are struggling with. So that's clarifying the Eight of Cups energy. I feel like, because this is very surprising to me, to see the Eight of Cups come up after the Sun, because I felt like this person really does feel very positive about the connection. They might even feel very positive about being in your presence, I'm getting, okay? Like you literally being like that life-giving source to this person. But the Eight of Cups can talk about, now that it is being clarified by the Moon energy, this person feeling the need to walk away from this because they might, be telling themselves that now is not the time, first of all. Something in their mind, thinking of forgiveness and needing to deal with the situation with tenderness. I'm also getting like this person maybe tells themselves that they don't deserve the happiness, okay? that they don't deserve it yet, maybe. Okay, so both of those things might apply. Okay, what is the Eight of Coins energy for pile three's person? Almost feels like, now that I'm looking at the moon energy, I almost feel like this person might be telling themselves that they need to work for experiencing love. Like, love cannot be effortless for this person, which is very sad to see, but definitely coming up as a blockage. What's the Eight of Pentacles energy? We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, yeah. So feeling like, before they can even think about romance, because the Knight of Cups is a very romantic energy. This is somebody who has a lot of feelings, but sometimes, of course, the Knight can struggle with acting on those feelings and approaching, the person that they're interested in with those thoughts and feelings and expressing themselves. So what that makes me think is that this person might have shelved all of those feelings towards you in this connection for now, like literally blocking them in a way. And it's like the motivation to work on themselves, I feel like, is to be able to, imbibe the energy of the Knight of Cups, like even to allow themselves to feel a certain level of like romance or love, or the possibility of being in love, possibility of opening the door to this relationship. I feel like this person tells themselves that they need to work on themselves or work things out. Like literally, it's like, I will get there. I will get to the Knight of Cups stage. I will allow myself to be all lovey-dovey and romantic and, approach my person, which is you, of course, in this reading. But first, I need to figure certain things out. And there's a whole wide range of possibilities with what that something is that they are working on. Because, as I said, in general readings, it's literally impossible to know what you're dealing with right now. We also have the Queen of Swords clarifying the Chariot. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands. What's that Ten of Wands energy? What is that Ten of Wands energy? We have the Lovers. I'm gonna need my teeny tiny post-its to make the Lovers card worthy of YouTube. There we go. So, bottom of the deck energy, we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, look at that. Rejecting, blocking, their feelings, blocking their desire, not being ready or receptive to the love. Like literally, there's an angel in the sky that's coming up with a cup, which is, of course, about emotion. So you might be really trying to get through this person, and they might be really closed off and rejecting. More often than not, Four of Cups, they are indicative of certain mental health issues that this person might be going through. So it might be, a tendency, if you will, of feeling depressed or feeling blocked, okay, just not ready for or available for certain kind of opportunities or experiences in life. And of course, in this reading, in this context, it means love and relationships. So Four of Cups can talk about just feeling very blocked and not interested, like the person is sitting with their folded arms. And that's the energy, the overall energy that I was getting from your spread as well. How I look at the bottom of the deck energy, which even if like you've watched one reading of mine previously, you probably know that. But I look at the bottom of the deck energy as sort of, a summarizing card that sort of gives me the gist of the energies in the rest of the spread. It also gives me like the larger context within which I interpret the other cards. Okay. I want to clarify the Queen of Swords a little bit because, again, I'm feeling confused. So the Queen of Swords can talk about communication, but what I'm noticing here is that she's holding the sword upright as if, you know, trying to block someone or even ready to strike, like using her words. I feel like using her thoughts and her words, because that's the energy of the Suit of Swords. So this person self-sabotages, I feel like, when it comes to an opportunity to move forward in this connection. The Chariot is forward movement, and the charioteer that's driving the chariot, they are absolutely sure and certain and feeling very powerful, feeling in charge of the chariot, and they're directing it in the direction that they want to go. And I feel like whenever there's a little bit of progress with the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords, it can represent someone who is coming from a lot of painful experiences in her past. And one of the positive aspects of the Queen is that she uses the lessons, the painful lessons that she has learned, and how they have affected her logical mind, her processing, her thinking, her, you know, perspective, way of looking at things. So she uses all of that wisdom to help her make progress in the future. I'm noticing the butterfly here, which butterflies are a symbol of transformation, and this Queen has come through a lot of cycles of transformation, and I feel like she directs the chariot according to that. But in its shadow aspect, or the blocked energy, which what I'm sensing from the spread, we also have the moon energy, you know, the Ten of Wands. I'll come to this combination in a second, but typically like the moon energy and the temperance, you know, controlling themselves, holding themselves back from any kind of potential happiness in this relationship. I feel like the shadow aspect of this Queen is manifesting, where this can become self-sabotaging in the sense that the Queen can have a tendency, so to speak, to look at any kind of new or present situation that she might be dealing with, and kind of apply the same template from the past. So there's a little bit of fear of history repeating itself, of, you know, the Queen getting hurt, and in the shadow aspect, in the blocked energy, this Queen can be very embittered by all her experiences in the past, less hopeful, and kind of like, you know, what's the word? Pessimistic. Yeah, pessimistic almost. So, which might lead to certain self-sabotaging like actions, choices, or even the words that she used. But let me clarify the Queen a little bit. What is the Queen of Swords energy here? Actually, I'm going to bring in another deck for my clarification, which is what I have been doing for the other two readings as well. So it's the Morgan Greer deck, and I'm holding the deck upside down. Okay. What's the Queen of Swords energy? We have the reversed Chariot. Yeah, so blocking progress, blocking themselves, self-sabotage. It's funny, the upright Chariot and the reversed Queen of Swords, that's actually, this card was to clarify both those cards. It's being clarified by the reversed Chariot. So not a lot of progress right now in this connection. It must be coming from this Queen's which is of course the archetype that is representing your person right now. And keep in mind, of course, I hope that you already know that, but it is not about the person's gender, okay? It's just the archetypal energy that they're channeling. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, clarifying both of these. So it's almost, that, what do you call it, an operating of opposite forces within this person, where it's like they want actually to do differently. They want to be better, I'm getting. They want to be able to make an offer to you, offer you something solid, something that would represent whatever that is for the both of you, but something that would represent a new beginning, something that opens the door for a much larger possibility to grow. But it's almost like this person doesn't want to leave their comfort zone, because the kind of beginnings that comes with the Ace of Pentacles, first of all, is the earth energy. So it's like rather like planting a seed or a commitment, which I'm sure you must have heard about before, but it also typically pushes us out of our comfort zones. Okay, so this person, I almost feel like, wants to do differently, but they might know that you expect this. Okay, this is also something that I'm catching on to right now. They might know that you might expect something like in something that is representative again of a new beginning, of a solid new beginning between the two of you. And this is where the blockage is. This is what they are unwilling to do, or literally like because of their mental health issues or blockages in the moment. They just do not know. And this person is coming up with a lot of like self-awareness, okay, because we have the Eight of Pentacles energy, like I said, bang right in the center. And the Eight of Pentacles is really working things out within themselves, like really a self-focused energy. So whatever that looks like for them, okay, sometimes it might be just them sitting with their emotions, working things out mentally, emotionally, or it might look like they are pursuing something else on the outside, but it's actually like helping them heal their inner issues and heal the inner environment. So whatever that looks like, that's not important, but they're coming up as really self-aware that they are self-sabotaging. There is of course a lot of like things going on in this person's unconscious mind, okay, with the moon energy. So there is a need to heal all of that, okay. I'm getting for some of you that it might also be a good idea, if your person is already doing this, you might or might not know that, depending on what type of a connection this is, or how much you have interacted with this person, how much energy exchange there has been. But it might be a good idea for them to look up therapy and actually to seek help in helping them, assess what's going on within themselves and then work on healing them. Because there is, a desire to feel love, to experience all those emotions with you. Very romantic feeling, like a very romantic person, I would say, is also coming through from these cards. But they self-sabotage, coming to the Lover's energy, clarifying the Ten of Wands. This is literally feeling like very burdened, in the sense like not being able to do much or carry forward with the emotions that they're feeling towards you right now. The Lovers can talk about either twin flame or soulmate type of connections, which, by the way, there are a lot of definitions out there, and every reader, every spiritualist is different with how they define soulmate and twin flame type of connections. My definitions and my understanding of both those concepts is heavily influenced by Dr. Brian Weiss's work, which, if you haven't heard of Dr. Brian Weiss's, check the link that I'll leave in the description box below. He is a spiritual teacher at this point of time, but he started off as a psychiatrist, did a lot of work with past life regression, and his experiences with that informed the definition of soulmate and twin flames for him. So basically what he says, and which absolutely made sense to me at the time when I came across and devoured all his books. So anyways, what he says is twin flames and soulmates, these are labels for any kind of connection that comes into our lives at a point of time when our souls know that they are ready to be challenged, and therefore they are ready to evolve to the next stage of consciousness, if you will. Okay, so for you too, this connection might be very challenging. I mean, given what I see with the energy here already, like, I know that, you know, dealing with somebody like that and being patient with them is really a challenge. And now I'm thinking of tenderness, you know, bringing in tenderness in your heart and empathy and forgiving them for the way they are conducting themselves in this relationship. That might itself be a challenge that is coming up for you guys, because again, soulmates and twin flame, whichever this is and however you define it, this certainly is something that is really challenging you to you know, keep focusing on your own light, but at the same time accept the darkness within this person, so to speak, you know what I mean? And like, not blame them for it, know that they're struggling or something like that. So it could be, you know, one of the things that you are having to put out in terms of your energy, the forgiveness energy, the encompassing tenderness, the compassion. Okay, so it already like looks like a fairly challenging situation for you to deal with as well. But let's clarify the sun energy and the temperance energy a little bit more. So what's the sun energy? I want to shuffle off camera. I keep forgetting that. What's the sun energy and the temperance energy for pile 3's person? The sun energy and the temperance energy. We have the King of Cups. Yeah, so definitely I feel like this person feels a lot of love towards you. There are a lot of deep emotions. The King of Cups is at the top of the hierarchy, if you will, of the Suit of Cups, which is, you know, the court cards, at least, that represent archetypal energies for me, or at least that's how I'm looking at them right now in this reading. And so somebody that has a lot of deep feelings in this connection, but again, like with the temperance energy, I feel like they are holding themselves back. Like they try to like manage their emotions, maybe mixing it a little bit with practicality. There literally might be challenges in this person's life that they are working on resolving with that Eight of Pentacles energy, and like trying to get ready to the point where they can actually do something about this connection. I have a feeling that, you know, there might not have been for a conversation about, you know, feelings and how they feel towards you, and it's more, I'm like more leaning towards, you know, them leaving you sort of in a confused limbo, if you will, about, you know, where you stand with them or how they feel about you, because and the feelings are there. They have a lot of feelings, deep feelings, like being, I'm literally getting like being in love with you, okay? But no, blocking them and tempering it, and you know, always trying to maintain a balanced, stoic exterior almost, okay? That's what I'm getting. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups and the Moon energy. What's the Eight of Cups? Spirit, can you tell us more about the Eight of Cups and Moon energy, please? We have the World. So for some of you, this person, couple of messages that I'm getting here. One of them is like, for some of you, this might have, maybe I should cover this angel in the World card. Maybe it's too late. I don't know. I'm struggling here with this. Okay, so the world energy can represent an ending, okay, of some sort. So in this person's mind, as I said, Eight of Cups is walking away from something, though. So this might be a connection that has actually ended, okay? There has been a breakup. And I feel like how this person views that breakup, or how they view this decision to walk away from this relationship, as something that in the moment to them is for their highest goods. Now, don't try to like even guess like why they would be thinking so, because we have a heavy influence of the moon energy with that emotion, okay? So moon energy can make people think in very weird ways, and almost always come to like the wrong conclusion, if you will, okay? So don't try to guess like why this person is thinking the way they are thinking, but this is how they feel. This is how they feel, that right now ending things with you and like, you know, walking away from this is something that is necessary, or something that is for their good, okay? So let's clarify the Eight of Coins and the Knight of Cups energy. And again, if this is an ongoing connection, like I said, this person might be somebody that's really hard to read, hard to reach. They might be even considering an ending, I'm sorry to say, when it comes to this relationship. Because again, they might tell themselves that that is what is best right now. I need to go figure things out. I need to work on myself. I don't deserve love. We have the Eight of Pentacles being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which tells me, you know, one of the first things, like right off the bat, like when I drew the card, the first thought that came to mind is that this person needs guidance on what to work on, and also the work that they might be doing right now, that's failing. Either it's like very unnecessary, so being focused on things that are not really like needed, or it could be that, you know, they are very misinformed when it comes to the work that they need to do, and this person really could use some guidance, I feel like some help in that regard. Let's draw one more card for the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups energy. What's the Eight of Pentacles? We have the Three of Pentacles energy. So Three of Pentacles talks about like co-creation and wanting to create something in the 3D reality. So this could literally be about career, finances, businesses, okay, whatever else that this person is trying to do, but they're doing so with the aim of, I feel like, manifesting something, if you will, birthing something new into this world that they really want to see manifest. And again, that has to do with, or has a very deep connection with them allowing themselves the luxury, or no, not the luxury, because love is not a luxury, it's a necessity almost, if not always, but you know what I mean, like availing themselves this opportunity, if you will, of having a relationship. So I feel like tensions are in the right place, like their heart is in the right place. It's literally like all of this is making me feel really bad for your person, and literally like wondering if I could be the one to help them out here. But there are several wonderful resources out there that they can possibly reach out to, and I hope they do. Of course, it's not your responsibility to take care of that, but I digress. What I'm trying to say is that I see the intentions there, their heart being in the right place, but it's just, you know, I feel like a little bit more guidance. They could use a little bit more guidance, because right now they might be focusing on something that need not be done, actually. Okay, let's clarify the Ten of Wands and the Lover's energy. What's the Ten of Wands What's the Ten of Wands and Lovers energy? We have the Emperor. So the Emperor can be someone, oh, so many messages. Okay, so the Emperor can be someone who is, you know, think of the Emperor, like when you think of him, it, you know, typically there's an image of a person that's really in charge, but they can remain a little bit like disconnected from their emotions. Okay, the Emperor types, I mean, and that's serving a purpose for the Emperor, because being in that position, he has to, like, say, take a lot of decisions, make a lot of difficult decisions even, and maybe the Emperor has to rely more on his logical, fair thinking mind than, you know, being effed up, if you will, by the emotions. Okay, so it serves a function in the Emperor, but I think in your reading what this card is talking about is this person remaining disconnected, because again, like, I feel like this person is on a journey to manifest this Emperor vibe, which is like feeling more in control, more in charge of their lives, feeling powerful. Okay, there might even be ego issues going on here, like this person not really wanting to give in to the beautiful connection that it is with you, out of ego. So that could be one of the reasons too, but anyways, it's like blocked, something that's sabotaging their chances in this connection. And I really empathize with you if you are having to deal with this energy, but I hope this reading is giving you some clarity and some insight, and confirming maybe what you already know about this person. But there's definitely a need to empathize with them, especially with that Four of Cups energy. They literally might not be in the right mind, so to speak, right now. Okay, like, I feel like this person doesn't really have a lot to offer to romantic partners, to relationships, unfortunately. Now let's look at your oracle cards to get some further insight as to what's going on with your person's energy right now. Pile 3. So we have this beautiful card, and it says friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. And you know what, maybe friendship is something that, why am I putting it there? Friendship is something that this person can handle at this point of time. I feel like they see you as a friend, or they might have friend zoned you already, or in their minds they're not allowing for the next step or the next stage, if you will, of this connection to evolve, to come up and grow. So it's something that they can handle, and maybe this is a message for you. Take it only if it resonates, that one of the best things that you can do possibly for this relationship or even for this person is to be their friend, like really be there for them, and help with their struggles. But again, it's not your responsibility, not your task, so you don't have to, of course, feel that way. Then we have passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present. Enjoy it. Yeah, so sexual energy in this connection is on an all-time high. This person might still find you despite, you know, blocking this connection. There might still be like a sexual vibe going on between the two of you, but you know, we know from the King of Cups' presence, the Sun energy, which actually can talk about like passion, feeling really strong feelings for you. So there are emotions, but they might be more focused on the sexual aspects of it, maybe. Embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. This is giving me like lovers energy, you know, like feeling a very close bond with you, and maybe of course like you feel the same with this person, which can make it, you know, extremely difficult to come to a decision as to like whether you want to let go of this relationship or whether you should move on. whether you should hang on, sorry, let go and move on, or if you should hang on. Maybe that's the topic that I will do next, actually, with my readings, because I was thinking about what I want to film next. There was another one I was considering, but maybe I'll do that one. We'll see. Anyways, one more card. We have, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So this is what I like to think of, like when I see this card, is literally, deathbed thinking. Sorry to sound so morbid, but what I'm trying to say is, like, it's the kind of thought that someone would have in, particularly meditative moments, or when you are feeling very down and you think of everything that you have achieved in this world and realize that it's the people you loved, and you shared your love with, that those are the only things that really matter in the end. And so there must be, I'm not saying like this is an emotion, but I feel like that's one of the energies, one of the challenging energies here, because sometimes, like, certain connections, they don't traditionally look like, what a love relationship should look like, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't have all those traditional signs, the signposts, or like, what is that called, like stages that a relationship might evolve in. But yet, despite all of that, there is still a sense of like a deep connection felt with people, despite them not being, you can't help but love them, you can't help but feel those feelings for them. So this is Spirit acknowledging that this connection, when you think of it, might make you feel like that, like loving without expectations, unconditional love, and also that comes from soulmate and twin flame type of connections, which again can be a beautiful thing, but also challenging in its execution. And maybe you're asked to rise up to that challenge, and see this connection spiritually, more so spiritually, with this person, rather than like it being a traditional one with the lessons that you're learning. With that said, it doesn't imply or anywhere says that you don't have the freedom to remove yourself from the situation if you ever organically reach that point. When things end, when you don't have it in you anymore to give or to wait around to hold space for this person. So it's going to be your journey, and anything that happens on that journey is going to be fine. But maybe this is a viewpoint that you might want to bring in when it comes to this relationship, and maybe they are even trying to understand things from this perspective, if you will. So I say if you will a lot, don't I? Anyways, let's look at another oracle deck and get a few messages on your person's thoughts and feelings towards you right now. Pile 3, what are your person's thoughts and feelings towards you right now? What are your person's thoughts and feelings towards you right now? This is the hidden, messages of love oracle deck. We have unfinished business. We still have things to resolve and discuss. But this unfinished business is kind of giving me a very busy sort of a vibe, and reminding me very much of this 8 of Pentacles energy. And it might be unfinished business between the both of you, but more so I feel like, again, that vibe of this person feeling like there's something that they need to take care of first before they can be present in this connection. Okay, I just need a sip of water. So what is the energy with your person, pile 3? What is your energy with the person? What is their energy towards you? I don't know what I'm saying. I think I'm tired. We have soul contract. Okay, very much reminding me of the lover's energy. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. That's the nature of soul contracts, and also of soulmate and twin flame type of connections. What is your person's energy towards you in this connection, pile 3? What is your person's energy towards you? We have time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. There you go. So especially for those of you where you have been waiting and waiting for this person to come through, that might be one of the blockages, where they might feel like, oh, has enough time passed, or not enough time passed, has a lot of time passed already. Can I even come back to this connection? Okay. Yeah, so that is coming up for some of you. Maybe take only what resonates. Again, general readings, not everything will resonate. Oh, this card dropped off. Look at that, third party. I was getting like with the 8 of Pentacles energy, and also with the child coming up in the Sun card. For some of you, maybe not all of you, this is relevant. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. Now, when it is described in such a like beautiful way, these things can also mean like it doesn't have to be a person, but it also could be actual things. Again, things that they have to do first before, again, being present in this relationship. We have reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. So going through, I feel like this whole process, this whole relationship is something that has triggered certain things with that moon energy within this person, and it might have called their attention to certain things that they are deeply processing at this time. Okay, so yeah, that is all I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much once again for bringing your energy to my reading table. And if this reading helped you in any way, big or small, consider leaving a like, and also consider subscribing so that you can keep an eye on my channel with any other like relevant readings that might come up for you. And as I mentioned during your reading, that I'm gonna at some point, either the next one or the one after that, I'm gonna make a reading on, you know, whether you should let go and move on, or whether you should hang on to this connection. So do expect that topic to come up. But anyways, whatever floats your boat. Thank you again for being here, and I hope to connect with you sometime very soon. Bye.